Good day. I'm Artika Valentine, Coordinator for Academic and Student Affairs from the Science Faculty. I will give you a brief background about the programs we offer in the Science Faculty at Stellenbosch University. So the first question that may come up is, what exactly is science? Let me try and put you into perspective. If you take from, or if you go from the soil to the stars, or if you go from white light to ice sheets, or maybe if you go from sodium chloride, normal salt, to algorithms, not to forget the plants and the animals and humans, all of that entails science. Science is actually that body of knowledge that we discover, the curiosity, the questions that we ask. But not only knowledge that has already been discovered, but also knowledge that we're still experimenting with, that we still observe. The constant questioning, the constant curiosity, that's what is making science so interesting. It's never done, because the moment that we solve something, the next moment there arises another question, more curiosity, more answers that need to be found. That is science. If we look at science versus applied science, science consists of biological science, where you have the study of living things, plants, animals, humans. And then you have physical science, which is the material environment around us. And the study includes chemistry, it includes earth sciences, it includes physics. And then thirdly, the study of logic and the study of mathematics, which falls within the mathematical sciences. So that all those study fields are within science. And within that, it deals with the raw nature of science. And if you look, if I always use the example of the two beavers, you know, the Van Staren's bridge, very big bridge, and two beavers sitting at the bottom of that bridge saying to each other that they didn't build that big bridge, but the design was where they were actually involved in. That's where science comes in. Science is that beavers creating the design, the raw nature of it, the principles, and those principles and that is found in science is applied in applied science, or is used in applied science. Another example, for instance, is with food production, where we use pesticides to improve the quality of our food. That pesticide is developed based on biological and chemical principles that was found in science. And the same with medicinal drugs. It is again chemistry that is used in those to develop the medicinal drugs. So in applied sciences like health science, engineering, agri-sciences, business sciences, they use basic research that or principles found in science and apply it to solve common day problems, practical problems to the world, to make world and life better for human beings. So within science, we have like four general big study fields, like I explained now, with biological science, mathematical, physical science, and then we have general stream with interdisciplinary streams within that. So the first one that I want to focus on is the biological sciences. And with biological sciences, we have four programs in it. Four programs are biodiversity and ecology, human life sciences, molecular biology and biotechnology, and then sports science. And the admission requirements for the biological science, and please note that this is the minimum admission requirements. It's Afrikaans and English, at least 50%, then mathematics, 60%, and then physical science, 50%. Now, if this is the minimum requirements, it's not the selection requirements. The minimum requirements, and in terms of mathematics, if you want to continue with mathematics, with physics, or with chemistry to a second year at university level, your mathematics has to be on a higher level at 70%. But this is the minimum requirements to be admitted for a biological science program. So the streams that we have in biological science, like I noted now, is the biodiversity and ecology, and two focus areas or two majors within that is with botany and zoology, plants and animals, and then plant physiology. And then the second one is the molecular biology and biotechnology, where we have biochemistry, genetics, and microbiology as three of the major subjects that students can select from. Then this third program is the Human Life Science program, which is a very popular program because of the first or both streams actually, with the biology stream and the biology with psychology, where with biology you have anatomy and physiology as majors in that particular stream, and the biology with the psychology, you have psychology and physiology as majors in that. Then the fourth one is the sports science, where you have physiology, biokinetics, and kinetokinetics, major subjects within those particular programs. Then careers, and I'm only listing this as some of the most popular careers, or those that are trending with this particular qualification. And it's not the end and also not limited to this, but this is just to give you an indication of how endless opportunities there are within this particular or when you have this particular qualification. Then the next program, programs are within the physical science, and here again we have four programs, namely chemistry, geoinformatics, physics, and earth sciences. Now with this particular programs, the admission requirement is again 50% for a language, Afrikaans or English, the mathematics at 70%, because within this program you take your physics, chemistry, or mathematics to second level, and that's why you require higher mathematics entrance on school level. And then physical science, 50%. I again would like to emphasize that this is the minimum requirements, and depending on our applications each year, we determine where the selection cutoff will be in terms of averages. So within the chemistry, the programs, within the physical science, the physics program, we have three streams within that, and the first stream is with laser, nuclear physics, and health physics, and then the second one, laser physics, the biological one, and the third one is theoretical physics. So that's the three streams within the physics program. Then the next one is earth sciences, where you have applied earth sciences or geo-environmental science. Now within earth science, you are also able to be admitted when you only have mathematics 60%. So that is an option within that, but your curriculum will be slightly different, and you won't be able to continue with mathematics and physics to second year if you enter with mathematics at 60%. Then the next program is with chemistry, and chemistry has three streams: the chemistry and polymer science, the chemical biology, and then the materials technology stream. Then the fourth one within the physical science is geoinformatics. We have again two streams, the one being social informatics and the other one being computer science. Now with geoinformatics, you also have an option to enter the program with 60% mathematics, but then you will not be able to do computer science. So if you enter with 60% mathematics, you can only major in social informatics. So again, I would like to give you some details of the careers and the organizations where people with this qualifications find themselves in, but it's not limited to this. So this is just what is trending with where people find themselves in this modern age with this particular qualifications. But there's a lot more opportunities, and it's not limited to this. So the next program is our mathematical science program, and here we have 8 streams within that. And the 8 streams: financial mathematics, biomathematics, abstract mathematics, operations research, mathematics, mathematical stats, computer science, and applied mathematics. So the admission requirements for the mathematical science programs are English and Afrikaans 50%, 70% for mathematics, and 50% for physical sciences, and also a 65% aggregate for excluding your life orientation on with your school leaving results. Now these streams, again, careers within the mathematical science programs, it's not limited to this, but these are the opportunities or where people find themselves. And I will show you at later in this particular presentation what the further study opportunities are with this qualification and also others. So these are just career opportunities with in the mathematical science program. Then fairly new, the various streams that have been developed under the BSc, the interdisciplinary streams, that includes, we currently have 3, the applied medicinal chemistry, biomedical mathematical sciences, and then bioinformatics and computational biology. And now these require your English and Afrikaans at 50%, mathematics at 70%, and physical science at 50%. And then your overall aggregate at 65% for admission into this particular streams. With the science, you will find all of this detail in the science calendar. That is part 5 of the 2021 calendar for the Faculty of Science, with all of these details of the different programs, and you will also find some of the programs and the subjects that you have to take in first year, and all of that details in the science calendar. You will also find it at www.sun.ac.za/science. So the question is, why study at Stellenbosch specifically? Well, we have good support structures, we have high quality facilities, good research in various fields in the programs that I've listed in this presentation, and we are focused on student success. So we put different measures into place to ensure that our students are succeeding and graduating at the end of the day. We have a enormous amount of co-curricular activities that's happening, not only limited to the Faculty of Science, but within the university. And then also we have academics that are outstanding and focused not only on their research, but also on the success and the future of the students as such. And then we use a blended learning approach to ensure that we stay up to date with how people are learning and what people should learn. Postgraduate studies, like I said, there's endless opportunities for someone with a science qualification. We have honors degrees that is not only limited to science, but people may also qualify for honors programs in the Faculty of Medical and Health Sciences, in the Faculty of Economic and Management Sciences, in education, in engineering, in the law faculty. So it is endless. It's not limited to science, just to pursue your postgraduate studies. Then master's programs and PhD programs. Then Depending on your subjects, if you take subjects up to second year level, you may also continue with postgraduate certificate in education and pursue the education as a career. And then there's different postgraduate diplomas. So after the 3-year degree program, a postgraduate diploma either in business, in finances, journalism, in agriculture, engineering, or even in law. So endless opportunities. So this science is providing that basis to build your career. So you apply at www.martis.com. You can visit the science website to get the information, but as a prospective student, the martis.com site is an ideal site to stay up to date with what's happening and what information is available. And I hope to see you in the next year, or see your application in the next year. Thank you very much, and keep well.